sweet justice. That's Sweet James.
Right now at 3 big states for President Joe Biden, we're just moments away from a live news conference that could determine his political future.
A crash and grab robbery caught on video, what they took and how the owner of the sneaker shop says he's hoping to move forward.
He set the fire and I'm just grilling it up, making hot dogs on the side. So I'm just adding to it.
Kendrick Lamar put Tam's Burgers back on the map in his viral video. Now we're talking to the artist who's got customers coming back to the Compton spot for more.
The NBC4 News at 3 starts now.
And we begin at 3 o'clock with a major test for President Biden. Good afternoon to you. I'm Kathy Varin.
And I'm Annabelle Sedano. Within the hour, Mr. Biden will hold a news conference to close out the NATO summit. He's been under growing pressure to step aside in the presidential race, but he's pushing back, saying he's convinced he's the best candidate to be former President Trump.
NBC4's Conan Nolan walks us through exactly what's at stake later.
Well, a lot. What is about to take place is a presidential news conference, the likes of which we have never seen before. There will be questions regarding heady topics of war and peace, but the answers will be gauged not just as to what President Biden says, but perhaps more importantly, how he says it.
Unrehearsed, unscripted, and no teleprompter, President Joe Biden to take questions from reporters in his first solo news conference since November of last year. The goal? To help erase the memory of last month's disastrous debate with Donald Trump and to save his campaign for re-election from imploding. So far, a total of 14 Democrats in the House of Representatives have asked the president to end his bid for a second term, and the first U.S. senator has joined them, Vermont's Peter Welch.
I'm expressing my opinion. Ultimately, the president's going to have to make his own decision.
Senior Biden campaign advisors meeting today with Senate Democrats to address their concerns, some of whom have said they are yet to be convinced of a way forward.
I need more of the kind of analytics that show the path to success.
The concern on Capitol Hill is for a potential Republican landslide if the Biden campaign can't right the ship. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Our conversations have been candid, comprehensive, and clear-eyed, and they are ongoing.
Meanwhile, the president spent the day focused on the NATO summit taking place in Washington, which included a meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
And you made it clear Russia will not prevail in Ukraine, will not prevail in Ukraine. Ukraine will prevail. And I want you to know we're going to be with you every step of the way.
A pledge Mr. Biden currently cannot say about himself and his own political party.
President Biden has a lot of supporters, including California Governor Gavin Newsom. Mayor Karen Bass tweeted out her support for the president. But regardless of what happens at this news conference, every public appearance will be examined carefully. For example, just a few moments ago, the president was speaking and mistakenly referred to Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky as President Putin, before quickly correcting himself. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News. So that's what you're going to see, and that's part of the concern. You have problems right now, but you have a campaign over the next 4 months. What's going to happen between now and then, and will you ever be able to get off this message and on to attacking Donald Trump?
Well, I have a question for you, Conan. Say we see an energetic, a strong President Biden. Will that change the party and give him more confidence?
It will certainly help. There's a school of thought that says the damage has been done because they're looking at the polling. And the polling shows a catastrophe potentially for the Democratic Party in these House races and these Senate races, both houses of Congress and the White House. It will help if he does well. But strangely enough, it's a sign of the times. You know who's really rooting for him to do well besides the inner circle of the Biden camp? Donald Trump. Yep. The Trump campaign has focused on running against Joe Biden. They don't want anybody else. They think they can mop the floor with him at this point. They actually would like to see him do well.
We're seeing a lot of Democrats publicly come out saying they are supporting Biden staying in the presidency and staying in for the re-election, but not behind the scenes.
Right. A lot are saying, listen, we've got real concerns. There's one, for example, Mark Takano, congressman from Riverside. He hasn't said anything publicly, but privately it's been reported. He said he wants the president out. He's in sort of a close, it's a Democratic district. When you ask him specifically, he's not giving interviews. They don't want that. They don't want to get ahead of their leadership, but they're